All right, this is going to be pretty much the fastest recap ever. I've been using these trackballs interchangeably every day for work and for other activities, just personal computer use. I will be going, this is my original one. I'm going to be keeping this because I do like it. I do like that it's wired. This one fits my hand incredibly well. You'll see the difference in the arc and how much flatter, well, this one is flatter. This one's more of a curve. If I go like this angle, you'll see how much more of a hump that one is, and it really fills, it swells into my palm. And it's not just me, my wife also thinks so. But this one is extremely comfortable. This is the Elecom EX-G, the regular, not the Pro or anything like that. M575 and MX Ergo. The Ergo is essentially an upgraded model of the M575. However, I don't notice a difference in performance between these mice, although this one is $100 and this one is $50, depending on where you get it from. This one being a little less, around $35 to $45, and this one you can't find anymore, and more on that later. And I'm speeding through this because I'm about to head to Best Buy to camp for a graphics card. So, the MX Ergo, things I do not like. One, they've ruined the ability to take out the trackball without a tool. This hole is way too small for your pinky, but with the M575, it is small enough for my pinky to get in there. The EX-G, also small enough for my pinky to get in there. And the original Trackman wheel, this hole's a little too small, but this ball is exposed enough that I can actually grab it out. And that was actually a pretty slippery hold. So this is fine for cleaning. This one sucks for cleaning. These are fine for cleaning. And I have cleaned these multiple times. You can get a grip barely on these balls, but not when I'm sweaty like this. So another downgrade of the MX Ergo that you get for paying more is there's no replaceable battery. At least I can't find it. Maybe it's under these screws. I haven't checked. However, the only way to charge this is through this micro USB port. The M575 has a great battery compartment, and you can make it rechargeable if you want to by putting a rechargeable battery in there. Of course, you're gonna have to charge it outside because there's no port for that. Same with the EX-G, a battery compartment. And what's more, these mice have a spot for the receiver. There's a receiver spot in here. It's great, so I'll never lose it. The MX Ergo Pro or Plus, this one, for more money, you do not get the receiver slot, so you're gonna lose the receiver. So hard to charge, or inconvenient to charge when it's dead. This plate basically, I don't know, it's a gimmick. I don't really care to change it or adjust it. And there's no spot to put your receiver. The other thing I do not like and why I'm returning the Ergo Plus is this rubberized texture here. It feels really nice. However, on this mouse, I used it so much that oil, sweat, grime, whatever the heck got into the same kind of material that was present on this mouse. I took it off because it got destroyed, essentially. This mouse is all plastic. I have sweatier hands, and this one is better after long use than this one. So another win for this one. Now, I would return both of these, except mice like this are hard to find unless you find it used or on eBay or something like that. And they're interchangeable balls. So I do have a reason to keep this one. Also, it's wireless as opposed to a wired model. So it's nice to have both. There's no reason for me to keep this one when this one exists for half the cost. I might buy a second one of these because, like I said, hard to find trackballs anymore. So having a couple of these around when they discontinue them might not be a bad idea because all of these are going to break. That's just the long and short of it. This one I'm gonna keep because I will be switching between the two of these to prevent my hand to use the same muscles. I notice a little bit different movements with my hands using both of these, so it'll be good to switch back and forth. A trackball isn't really ergonomic by itself, except that, yeah, you don't move your wrist around as much with that or your arm, but you are using the same movements with your hand all day. So it's nice to switch between these and maybe even cycle in a regular mouse or a roller ball mouse, a hard ball mouse underneath that it convinces you to move your entire arm rather than just small wrist movements, which can be painful over time. So, in conclusion, this one's going back to Best Buy. Refund. This one is just fine. And to compare it to the EX-G, they both feel of about the same build quality. They're light and not necessarily robust. The ball is the same size. They seem to track about the same. One of my first complaints about this ball was not being able to move my thumb too far to the right, because this ball seems like it's exposed in a different area than this one. My thumb naturally rests more up here, so I can naturally go more to the left with my default hold. Whereas this one, I get free range of motion in both directions. However, it's not a huge deal for that mouse. But one of the things that the Plus has over this mouse that is also shared by the EX-G is, look, I can do the scroll wheel left to right and a DPI switch. This one, let's drop something. This one has a DPI switch here. You press it and it goes to a slow sniper mode, and then you can move it for more precise movements. This one has nothing like that. Let me check the bottom. That might be no, that's switching between USB and Bluetooth. So there's no DPI switch on this one. This one is pretty easy to go like this. This button doesn't feel particularly nice. It's kind of sticky and feels like it will probably break. However, it's there. And moving the mouse wheel side to side, even though I never really use that, why don't they have it on this mouse? I don't know. The scroll wheel feels fine on this one. It's a little sloppy. Logitech has better scroll wheels, and I do prefer this one out of all of them, actually, even though you get left and right on this one, which, as I said, I don't use. And then the EX-G, you actually get a third button down here for whatever this finger is. I guess it would have a ring on it if it was the other hand. It's your ring finger, but the right hand, assuming you're right-handed. And also, this is one of the only trackballs for your thumb that they do make in a left-handed model. So no complaints with this guy. I did try the EX-G Pro. I've tried many Elecom models, and this one seems to be the best for me. It is also one of their cheapest models. Complaints about this one might be that I can only use it with the receiver. Is it a Bluetooth mouse? I honestly don't remember. I don't see any way to switch between Bluetooth and receiver mode, whereas my Def Pro does have that. So I'm guessing it might just be the receiver. So keeping this, might buy another one. Keeping this, might buy another one. This one's going back because there's no reason you need to pay for it. It looks really nice, but the look of the white one's just fine. This just looks like it belongs in an office. So get your business to buy this one, I guess. And this one's just fine. So, sorry that was a lot of quick talking. I think they're all excellent mice. If these were priced around the same, yeah, they're equivalent. But with a lot of downsides to this one, that this one still has, and they've upgraded random things that are not used very much, like I'd rather have a spot to keep my receiver than a DPI switch or a left and right thing. If you do want to use the side or the 1 and 2 dual screen things or whatever they have here, this is a good option. But I see very little use for that, and you can look into that. It's like fluid display or something. Yeah, so thanks for watching.